Obviously, you guys know that I have a show on the Daily Wire. Very proud of it, Candace. I write the entire show. Last week, I wanted to do an entire episode dedicated to Australia because my husband has family in Australia and we do not have the same political beliefs. And they essentially sent us a very long text message talking about what is happening in Australia. If you do not know what is happening in Australia, you need to look it up. Actually, you need to watch my monologue. I'm going to share the monologue after this. And I basically just talked about verbatim, read her text messages about what is going on in Australia. Like, these people are not allowed to leave their state. So imagine America, if you live in Connecticut and you're not allowed to travel to New Jersey without applying for permission to travel to New Jersey from the state. Imagine if you live in Connecticut and your cousin dies in New Jersey and you're not allowed to go to your cousin's funeral because you have to apply for permission from the state. There are people that are locked outside, again, Australia, locked outside of their own states because they're not allowed to go back into their homes unless they get the vaccine. It is a complete and utter police state. It's completely tyrannical, it's totalitarian, and I wanted to make sure Americans were aware of it because what happens in Australia can happen here. So I dedicate a monologue to making sure Americans are aware of what is happening in Australia, and I verbatim read exactly what they were telling me are the rules, all true, and I was particularly talking about what's happening in Queensland. And at the end of the monologue, I said, I'm going to share it, so you're going to watch it, it's going to be sort of out of context, but I said, when do we invade Australia? And then I said, I say that, of course, in jest. That was a joke. That sentence was a joke. Well, I've been trending on Twitter for the last 48 hours because The Guardian has run a headline saying that Candace Owens suggests that the U.S. should invade Australia. Completely stripped, did not even add the sentence, I say that, of course, in jest, removed from its entire context. Like, actually, if you hate me, you need to watch this monologue I'm going to drop because it is very clear I'm joking because I actually say, I say that, of course, in jest, right? But The Guardian, the monologue took off. Everyone is sharing it in Australia. It's going viral. So they instantly said we need to lie because we don't want people to read. We don't want people to watch this monologue. We don't want people to read the article about the monologue. We need to lie. We need to get in front of the truth with a very big lie. And it's going to sound radical to run the headline that Candace suggests that we should invade Australia and strip it of its meaningful context because we know that people are not going to read, they're not going to watch the monologue, they're just going to read the headline. And the headline's going to say, Candace Owens, U.S. far-right pundit says that we should invade Australia, which is like, it is just, I can't even say it's a sin because it's beyond a sin. It's something else that we're dealing with here. It's evil, right? It's a sin. A sin is a bad thing, right? What the journalists are doing all around the world is an